Everybody rolling?
Yep.
Chairman.
Yeah.
Chairman, thank you very much for making time for us this morning.
Yeah, really, this is a high time in our country. Yeah,
It is a high time.
we're really busy.
Yes. We're interested in you, if you will be so kind, clarifying, because the American people and many of the European people are confused, do not understand what your party is and has accomplished. Briefly describe your party, your ambitions, and now that you are in power, your vision for the future of Nepal.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to make it clear that we were fighting for the independence for the liberation from feudalism. You know, our major concern and our major struggle was centered against feudal political structure, this feudal autocracy, and feudal property relations, feudal cultural relation. We want to change all this feudalism. And time and again, we said that if there will be election of Constituent Assembly, we will intrude in the peace process and we will respect the verdict of the masses. Nobody from the palace, nobody feudal autocrats or something like that. You know, we are fighting against feudalism, against autocracy, against these types of backwardness. But people think that we are communists, but we may have some dogmatic, sectarian, and mechanical and totalitarian outlook. We were dynamics, and we understand the whole dynamics of change in 21st century. Therefore, we put forward this election of Constituent Assembly as a minimum condition for the peace and prosperity of this country. We want to create some new model of democracy in this country, and through this new model and through this new initiative, we want to give some new reference for peace and stability, mainly for third world country. I am not referring to the Western country who are civilized and developed in economic terms, but in third world countries where they are under feudalism, they may take a new lesson from our experience, and it will be something very big for the a big contribution for humanity, for peace and change.
You said that this is you are bringing a new model of communism to Nepal and presenting it to the world. Really, in the West and in Europe, the word communism is a scary word.
Exactly. Yeah, I know it very well. Yeah,
and our government has claimed that you are a terror. You represent a terrorist organization. You do not look like a terrorist. But, how will you satisfy or calm down the nervousness of not only the Western nations but the global business community?
Yeah. Thank you very much for these serious questions. You know, first of all, we entered in the peace process and we entered in the interim government, legal interim government, and we also took part in this historical election. And this election was the proposal from our party. And even then, the US leadership has not changed their previous policy. Last week, I have a serious discussion with former President Jimmy Carter. Time and again, I have a serious discussion with him, and I requested him to create a popular support in US in favor of the Maoist party, who is fighting for democracy, fighting for peace and stability, and fighting for a new economic building of this poor country, poor and beautiful country. You know, really, yeah. And your team also can contribute in this direction to create a conducive atmosphere, favorable atmosphere for peace, stability, and prosperity of this country. And we Maoists, although Western peoples always afraid of the Maoist and communism and all these things, but in our understanding, it is a dynamic science, and it grasps the whole dynamics of change. We have synthesized a Prachanda path. Prachanda path means something new, who grasp change, who favor democracy and peace, and who want to contribute something for humanity. In my understanding, the mindset of Western people is more prejudiced, and they have some mechanical and some dogmatic tendency with themselves. I have some question with them. I am not blaming. I have a discussion time and again with the U.S. intellectual. I have a very serious discussion. I want to have a warm discussion with them, and to create a atmosphere that we have a the people of the U.S. and the people of Nepal and all over the world has a common cause for peace, stability, and for the change, progressive change, for the benefit of the humanity. I want to make it clear that this is my concern here.